Hey everyone, welcome back to another day of renovations. I've got a ton to catch you up on today and some exciting stuff to do. So the plan for today is to actually start putting that bathroom back together, get the vanity in, get the toilet in, all the things or most of the things. So I'm pretty excited to share that with you. I also am going to have someone here helping today, and it's not someone actually related to me or 6 years old. So I'm actually paying them to help out, to do some stuff that needs to get done, and by dividing and conquering, it's going to get done all that much faster. So excited to have another set of hands today. Before we get started though, let's do that update. So first off, this room in here, as you saw last time, I painted the whole thing. The ceiling still needs a coat of paint today. That's one of the things I'm going to have the guy that's going to be here helping, I'm going to have him tackle. Then in the bathroom, we got the floor all grouted. It's all been painted in here sufficiently. I still have some work to do here and here, but we're not going to tackle that today. That's going to be for another time. We got the spot in here where there was a bit of a dip all leveled out. So now when we put the luxury vinyl plank in here, we're not going to have any issues in this part of the room. And this next thing I'm going to show you, this was a big one. Something about this just kind of transformed the whole place. It made it feel like I was making progress, and I'm not sure why. You may remember that beforehand I had this open. It's been open for like, I don't know, almost a year. Just closing that up, I insulated behind there and I did all the things, but closing that up, it made such a huge difference in this kitchen, and I don't know why. I have no idea. I ended up actually having to adjust this door so it works a lot better now. I spray foamed around the perimeter here where there wasn't any. I put in some blocks here because before this was just kind of screwed into nothing. But yeah, it's the weirdest thing. Just that one little change made such a difference, going from how this place felt before to like how it feels now. I can't even describe it, but now it feels like a home. I guess maybe it's because all the walls are closed up. That's probably it. Yeah, anyway, it looks a lot better. I also went through and shored this up. I think for a while the sink was leaking here, so I ended up having a bunch of rot. I went in, shored it up from underneath, and then put a couple layers of plywood over the top to increase the rigidity. It's in good shape now. I do have some spots here that I'm going to fill in with feather finish today, and just to get a consistent border all the way around and make sure things are leveled appropriately. Just like that room in the front where I have plywood down, my plan is to use a nice luxury vinyl plank in here, and then I'm still planning on refinishing the floors in this room, in that room over there, and still debating what to do in here, but I'm leaning towards refinish, so I'm pretty excited about that. So with that, you're all caught up. We're gonna get to the main event today. Before we do, as always, I wanna thank you for tuning in. If you like this content, please like and subscribe, and we're just gonna get started. So first up, we're gonna set the toilet. I'm gonna be installing things in the order that makes the most sense in there, given the space I have. So it's gonna be toilet and then vanity. So we'll get this opened up, pick the pieces apart, and then we'll just work on getting it set. Take that out, set it in its cardboard box for now. So because of the space, I ended up getting a round bowl toilet, which I'm not super happy about. As I think about myself and my life, I would certainly like to have something a little bit, more elongated, but it's the best we can do in the space given the room that we have. And, honestly, it's fine. It'll work fine. So we're just gonna set aside everything but the bowl. We'll install the base, and then we'll hook everything up. I found that even with a smaller toilet like this, toilets are heavy, and it doesn't make sense to try and get everything installed ahead of time. Just put it in pieces and then, assemble them once they're in place. All right, so in here, I'm using one of these Danco Perfect Seal wax rings with the bolts. The thing I like about these is that they sit up pretty high, and you don't always need this, but here I do. Probably can't tell from the video, but I would say I'm about a ½ inch below the floor. I have to come up about 3/4 of an inch. And the nice thing about this is that it seats up pretty high. So it's gonna bring me, maybe 1/4 to ½ inch once it's squished down up above, which is right where I wanna be. If your floor is even worse than mine, they actually come with these gaskets that sit on top like this, and these will actually allow you to make up for an even higher gap. I don't need that in here, but it comes with it just in case you need it. Oh, well look, I'm working today apparently, already bleeding. This guy is gonna put over like that, and then kind of straighten it out as best I can. All right. All right, so surprising no one, my tile job is not perfect. So I'm going to use these plastic shims. I'm going to put them underneath. I'm just going to make sure this doesn't rock. If your toilet rocks, you will have leaks. Ask me how I know. So this is the best way to cut these bolts. And I've tried basically everything. With the camera, it's hard to show. And that's it, right? And it comes out super clean too. All right, we're just gonna come down here. Just make sure we're not seeing any water underneath around that lip. No, she's looking good. And I had gone through and I had tested all this, so this is all nice and dry, so I know that's working. So we can't actually finish hooking this up today because the line that I bought is too short because I don't plan ahead, so. This is new. I haven't seen these before, I guess. I assume that's how they go. They fit that way. Didn't actually read the instructions. But what are you gonna do? Woo, yeah. All right, so now that that's in, Vanity's gonna go right here. It'll be a little tight. You're basically gonna have that little spot to stand. Small bathroom. I mean, there's not much I can do about that. I still think there's gonna be plenty of room in there. We'll see once we get the Vanity in, but I made the best choice given the space that I have, I think. All right, so up next we got this Vanity, and this is the narrowest Vanity I could find. Okay, interesting. So it's only about 12 inches, but it expands out at the top, so you've got a nice wide bowl. I figured it's going to expand out higher than the toilet is sticking out, so I both hope and think it's going to work. Mostly hope, though. All right, so I had no idea when I started out today that I would be hooking all of this up, but here we are. Pretty exciting. Gonna clean the insides of these real quick, and we'll get them all nice and attached. Oh, son of a gun. No! One of the fittings I had upstairs had fallen through the hole in the floor, and I wasn't able to get the pipe in, which was no fun. Alright, so in here I'm going to use a single step, just because I don't want the purple to drip down and show. This is to use a liberal amount. It may have been a little too liberal. I marked this, but I'm not sure why. All right, let's see how we did. Feel any leaks? It's draining fine, so. All right, so the toilet and the vanity are all in. Get the water lines hooked up underneath and the drain. Checked everything. It all seems to be working fine. All right, so with that, I'm gonna call it for the day. A little bit of a weird one, all right? Having someone else here, it's kind of hard to talk to yourself, I guess, if that makes sense. I did my best. Hopefully you enjoyed the journey today. We pretty much have all the big stuff back in the bathroom. So we got the toilet installed and tested. We got the vanity installed and tested and all the water lines run. I would show you the finished product, but it's not finished yet. I still got to do trim in there. I got to put the tile up. You know, there's still a lot of work to do, but I'm very satisfied with how today went. And over here in the kitchen where I had to replace some of this stuff, I went and used feather finish along the border there to kind of even things out. So that floor is about as flat as it's going to get. We're going to start putting flooring down in there. And once we do that, I think it's all going to start coming together. And I'm pretty excited. It's like I mentioned earlier, having that drywall up around that doorway transform the kitchen. I think it's going to take it to the next level. So I'm pretty excited. So the guy I had helping today painted the ceiling in here 2 times. We got a couple coats done in here as well. He also took some time to clean up the cut room, which is huge because eventually we're going to have to deal with that room. So it's like just to be able to walk around there is amazing. He also took some time to just clean up in here. It looks great. We can now move around. Got a couple of holes in the floors that we're going to have to spend some time shoring up. But now I can get to them, so that's great and make it a lot easier. And you may not be able to tell on the camera in here, but he basically went through and redid all the trim and all the places that I hadn't gotten back to. And it makes it harder to film, but man, is it good to have 2 people working at the same time on similar things, progressing, I guess. So I think until this place is done, he's probably gonna be coming back and helping me. So I have to figure out how that's gonna change the format of the videos a little bit. I like doing the videos, but I gotta get the apartment done. But who knows, right? We may have to go on a little bit of a hiatus. Luckily, you know, once someone's moved in here, once this place is rented, there's plenty of other stuff to do. As always, thank you for joining me today. If you like this content, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.